news. I just wanted to talk about the 49ers and what they're doing. Free agency this year. They've just released defensive end Leonard Floyd. That's right. The breaking news per Adam Schefter. The San Francisco 49ers have released defensive end Leonard Floyd. Now, Leonard Floyd is going on, I believe he's 33 years old this year. So he's definitely one of the older players on the San Francisco 49ers roster. His production was pretty good, in my opinion, in 2024. He was the second team leader in sacks. Finished the season with 8.5 sacks. Let me just pull up his stats so I can just know exactly what Leonard Floyd did. But I definitely know he had 8.5 sacks. Struggled in setting the edge for the San Francisco 49ers and the run game. Didn't really fit the scheme. And you know what? This could be a cap casualty. He was set. He does have a dead cap, I believe, of $8 million on this season. He was going to hit the cap at $10 million this year for the San Francisco 49ers. I'm not sure if they're going to post like a June 1st type of designation where the team can recoup some of that money back, or do they take their losses here? But I wonder if he was released because he doesn't fit what Robert Saleh is looking to do with the defense. So that's something to think about. Also, it could be a possibility that the Joey Bosa to Bay, stuff is about to happen, like literally about to happen. Because I don't think you make this move without knowing that you are pretty much green lighted and securing a guy like Joey Bosa. And we're gonna have that conversation. Will Joey Bosa be able to come in and produce what we got from Leonard Floyd? This is going to be something that we definitely need to look forward to and talk about in the future, because that's going to be an issue. I can already tell San Francisco 49er fans are going to have his head on on a platter if he doesn't come in and produce. Now, Leonard Floyd had 25 solo tackles on the season with a forced fumble, all right, on the season. And again, he did finish the year with 8.5 sacks, a half a sack shy from Nick Bosa. So Leonard Floyd's gone. Not sure what the plan is with the Niners other than bringing in a guy like Joey Bosa to pair up with his brother Nick Bosa. I do still feel like the 49ers are going to address the edge position in the draft with players like the kid from UCLA. I know that's a big kid that they talk about, Femi Oladejo. Also, I like David Walker out of Central Arkansas. And if they do want to spend like their first round picks from prime real estate, you got guys up there up in the front like the Mike Greens, you got the James Pierce Juniors, and you have the Shamar Stewart. So we could see the 49ers probably going edge rusher. And this all comes down to just pretty much what the new defensive coordinator Robert Saleh wants. What does Robert Saleh want for his team? What's going to be the basis of his defense? When he got Nick Bosa, you saw the shift in the defense. But we also had good interior defensive tackles. Currently, the Niners don't necessarily have those premier interior defensive tackles. So there could be a reason that the 49ers go that route in the draft. Still some good free agents out there. Maybe the Niners bring in a guy like Aziz Ojulari, a young player on the edge. Not sure how much he's going to command on the market, but he is finishing up he finished up his rookie contract with the New York Football Giants. So we could see a new face with a young player. And it would be smart if they go young and old and draft. So we'll see what's going to happen. Shout out to all the Breezy Much members out there. I just want to shout you guys out. See Boats is in here for sure. I have people saying bye, Felicia. Y'all mean. Y'all some mean faithful, bro. Y'all some mean faithful. Joseph Woodward says, do you think we will get Cooper Cup? Also, listen, once he becomes a free agent, man, it's all fair game, man. Like, why not? Why not see? Why not go and test and see what he's looking for? Does he change the 49ers wide receiving room? Absolutely. Do we feel like, is that the role that we are looking to put Ricky Pearsall in? Are they kind of like the same player? I don't know. But I know Cooper Cup has proven in the NFL what he can do. I just don't think that the Niners are going to spend heavily on older players. I think that time has come and gone. I think that's why you're getting these type of deals, and you're seeing free agents, coming back to the San Francisco 49ers. Just some other news: the 49ers are not tendering linebacker Curtis Robinson, but they are signing him to a 1 year deal. So Curtis Robinson is probably going to be on the depth chart right below Fred Warner as that linebacker. The question is, will he step up? Will he be able to replace the weak side linebacker for Dre Greenlaw? He's signing a 1 year deal per Matt Barrows out there. So we'll see what happens with the linebacking situation. But the Niners are continuing to bringing back some of their guys, and I like this. They didn't place the tender on him, and they gave him a 1 year deal, so he's going to be playing on a 1 year deal. Now, he is recovering and returning from the ACL injury that he suffered, last season, before the season started during training camp. So we'll see what happens. But Cooper Cup, man, it's all fair and game. Boat says we still should go defensive line in round 1 or 2. Listen, round 1 or 2, I don't mind. Like, the question is who's going to be available. For me, round 1, I want Mason Graham or Walter Nolan, and maybe Derek Harmon. I think those are my round 1 guys at defensive tackle. Round 2, if any of those guys fall to round 2 and they're available, definitely snatch them up. Round 2, you could get guys like TJ Sanders out of South Carolina. I think he'll be a big monster up front. So there's just so many options to me at defensive tackle, to where you could even get guys in round 3 and on day 3 in rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it all comes down to what the Niners are looking for, and you know what I'm saying, and what Robert Saleh wants. We got to remember that we brought back Robert Saleh for a reason. We brought him back not just to coach the defense, but to reshape the defense. And I think that's what we're going to get. We got the pillars. You got your pillar up front on every level. All right. You got your pillars on every level. All right. You got your pillars on every level. I got a super chat contribution. Oh, snap. Sammy and Pickle. Thank you. I didn't even know I could get those here. I appreciate you. Sammy and Pickle says, may not be popular opinion, but I like what the Niners are doing, saving us from an extended rebuild. Listen, this is what I was explaining to everybody a little bit earlier, on the John and Wayne show. I said, listen, this is what the Niners are doing. Okay. They're getting younger. Yes, they're I would say exonerating and getting rid of some of these older contracts, these bad contracts. They're moving on from some of these contracts, but they're gonna look to bring in players that are willing to pay on a 1 year, 2 year type of deal, to where that they can focus and shift their focus on the draft. The Niners' focus isn't on rebuilding and free agency. They might reload or retool in free agency. You reload and retool and free agency, but you build in the NFL draft. And defensively, this is the draft. This is the draft that I think the San Francisco 49ers are going to be able to build from. Okay. This is the draft that they're going to be able to build from. You got your defensive coordinator back. This is the draft where you say, hey man, I'm only going to take 3 of these 11 picks. I'm gonna get an offensive lineman, a running back, a receiver, and a tight end. You got the rest of the picks, man. Do what you need to do. And I think Robert Saleh is going to be at the dinner table feasting. So, Sammy and Pickle, thank you for the super chat contribution. I truly appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. But as far as the 49ers and free agency is going to be crazy, just a quick update on who is gone. So, the 49ers, as far as who they released, the 49ers are releasing fullback Kyle Juszczyk. They're going to also be releasing defensive end Leonard Floyd. That's what the breaking news is about. So Leonard Floyd will no longer be a 49er. I'm kind of scratching my head because I wanted the edge room to be heavy rotation. I don't know if we're going to get heavy rotation out of Joey Bosa if he's the guy that they sign. Now, I know that they're in a bidding war between the 49ers and the Dolphins, and it's tough because when you look at the 49ers and the Dolphins, I mean, if he comes to San Francisco, he gets to play with his brother. If he goes to Miami, he kind of goes back home to Florida. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. You know what I mean? It's gonna be crazy. Fear to God, what's going on, baby? Ty is in the building. Fear says we don't need some type of continuity. We do need some type of continuity. Continuity is everything. I think you get more. I think the continuity matters though more on the offensive line. I think rotation on the defensive line is what's key. You don't rotate on the offensive line. You build continuity there. This is my opinion. You're the football coach, but I think on the defensive line, you want guys that fit the build that you can rotate it in and out. I think the issue with the defensive line is just remaining fresh, keeping guys fresh, keeping guys fresh. I think that's the difference. I think that's why the Niners struggle and late in games. They struggle late in games because guys are freaking tired and they don't have the same type of player type prototype guys to come in and re, re you know revive and give guys breaks. And then when they put the next guy in, a guy making a mistake. So we'll see what happens. All right. But Leonard Floyd is going to be released. Also, Javon Hargrave is set to be released on tomorrow when the new league year starts. Wait a minute, wow. Wow, like some players are no longer going to be here. Kyle Juszczyk, Javon Hargrave, Leonard Floyd. Those are the releases as of right now. So stay locked in right here on the channel. That's right. Hargrave is going to be signing to the Minnesota Vikings. That is 1000% correct. He's signing to the Minnesota Vikings, but he's not officially released until the new league year starts. I just wanted to put that out there, which is tomorrow. So it'll happen tomorrow. All right, it'll happen tomorrow. Now, before I jump off here, just wanted to give you guys one more little update that just flew in onto my screen. He says, this is per Nick Wagner, and this is kind of like what I'm thinking. Like the Niners spent heavily on some of these high price free agents. I did like what Leonard Floyd was able to do. I mean, if he got me 8.5 sacks as my number two defensive end, I thought that was pretty good. But it's all up now. Now you got to think about the cap space. And this means a bunch, right? The Niners going to be signing the quarterback Brock Purdy. He's going to be getting paid. And so you got to free up some cap space out there. And this is what's going to go. Nick Wagner says, I can tell with adding Floyd and Hargrave post June 1st, the 49ers are up to around $85 million in dead money. So Hargrave sounds like Hargrave going to get the post June 1st designation as well as Leonard Floyd. So the dead money is going to be there, which means that money comes right off of the top of the cap come the new league year. It's going to be crazy. Going to be crazy. The draft is where we're going to rebuild. We're going to retool a little bit in free agency. So stay locked in right here on the channel. Shout out to all my Breezy Bunch members. Shout out to all the subscribers to the channel. I truly appreciate you guys. All right. Keep subscribing, man. Keep watching. I'm going to keep grinding for you guys. Love y'all. Keep it faithful to the Bay. We out this joint. Peace.